Octopath Traveler is rated T for teen by the ESRB. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Octopath Traveler. In the last episode, we came here to Stoneguard for Cyrus's missions. We actually learned quite a bit of lore here. For example, we learned that the headmaster at the academy in Atlas Dam was born and raised in Stoneguard, right here. In fact, Javon's birthplace, and it is a death trap. We also found out that Yvonne was also following orders of sorts, and that once Cyrus was out of the way, to head to Duskbarrow. Now what that means, I don't know. The only fourth chapter that I have completed on my own personal time is Hannet's, because in my personal file, she's the one that was my key character. But in today's episode, we are going to take care of the next chapter, which is Tressa's. So Tressa needs us to go to Victor's Hollow. We're close to Duskbarrow, but we're not quite there. I'd spent a lot of money fighting Yvonne using the hired help. That's right, I had business here. We're gonna get started right away. After learning of the Merchant's Fair, you head to Victor's Hollow to find an item worthy of the auction. Eventually, you make your way to one of the shops. In we go. The story so far. In Quarrycrest, Tressa met a fellow merchant named Ali. He told her of the Merchant's Fair in Grandport, where the greatest treasures in the realm are put to auction. And so Tressa vowed to find a worthy treasure, hoping to prove herself a merchant worthy of respect and renown. So it was that the two promised to reunite at the fair. Seems about time I updated the notebook. And on my way to the Merchant's Fair in Grandport. But first I need a treasure worthy of the auction. So I've come to Victor's Hollow to find one. The owner of this book found what he was looking for here. Hopefully I'll be as lucky as he was. All right. It's time I had a look around this place.
All right.
Let the search begin. That was quick. Excuse me, could you please tell me about this map? That old thing? Don't really know where it came from. Found it in the storehouse and thought about throwing it out at first. But I figured I could make at least a few leaves off it this way.
Oh?
Mind if I take a closer look? There are traces of old lines where it was redrawn, and it smells of the sea. From the looks of it, this map was very special to the one who drew it.
Oh.
I think there's something written here, but the characters are strange. I'll be darned if you can read those scribbles, young lady. My dearest friend, here lies my most precious treasure. Balthazar. Balthazar? As in the dreaded pirate Balthazar of the Eastern Seas? And this is his treasure map?
Yes.
Sure seems that way. It must be worth a fortune. Gimme that. Lady Luck is on my side today. Now let's keep this between us, young lady. Here, I'll even give you some candy. But I didn't come here for candy. Oh, this guy is so lucky I can't steal from him. Anyways, while we're here... Oh, I guess the provisions are down below. Let's go sell a few things. Two handkerchiefs. Hip flask. Mysterious ore. 5 empty coin pouches. A portrait with a kiss. 3 pseudo ore. 1 stuffed toy. 1 rusty cup. 2 hairbrushes. 1 large feather. 1 odds and ends. 1 old coin. 2 heavy coin pouches. 2 rare stones. 1 copper-filled pouch. 1 fool's gold ore. 3 silver pouches. 1 curious antique. I have to be careful about what I sell as weapons. Maybe I'll deal with those later. For now, I just wanted to reduce the amount of items that I carried.
Phew. Time for a break.
I already wrote in my diary today, so I'll give the notebook another read. In this world, there are countless treasures, but only one is precious to me, and I'll journey on until I find it. He had only one true treasure in the whole world. Oh, it's him!
Hello there.
Good to see you making use of that notebook. We meet again, lass.
Mr. Leon!
What brings you here? I should ask you the same. Don't tell me you ran away from home. Not quite. I just decided it was time I saw the world. And I have the notebook you gave me. Thanks for it.
Oh.
Thank yourself for choosing it, lass. Sink me. I be ready to make a grave of me hammock.
Hello.
Oi, ain't ya?
What?
Oh, it's Knick-Knack Paddywhack.
You ninny?
It's Mick and Mac, you bird-brained nitty. You're that kid that gave us quite the lashing back in Dripple Slime. It's Ripple Tide. Didn't you two learn your lesson yet?
Mick.
That's
Mac.
quite enough.
Captain.
Apologies, Captain. Captain? Aye, our pirating days be behind us. We be working under a different flag now.
Got that right.
That day opened our eyes to the true greatness of Leon Bastrali. Now we be having the honor of calling him our captain.
Whoa!
I'm glad to see you two singing a new tune.
Well,
As am I. They've been doing well under my command thus far, but still have a ways to go.
All right.
Right you are, Captain. Now look alive, you half-drowned dodo. There's work to be done. That's actually really cool. So, lass, how do your travels fare?
Well,
I'm still learning as I go, but I do have a goal now. I want to sell something incredible at the Merchant's Fair. If I can manage that much, it'll prove just how far I've come on this journey.
you don't say.
Well, there's certainly no place better than the fair for an aspiring merchant like yourself. And what exactly is it that you've deemed worthy of the auction? I wish I could tell you, but it's still waiting for me to find it. A yet undiscovered treasure, I see. Then I wish you all the best in your search, lass.
thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Leon. By the way, what brings you to Victor's Hollow? It's the home of an old friend. He passed away around this time of year, so I decided to pay a visit.
Oh,
Were you two close?
Aye.
Aye. Balthazar and I were like brothers.
oh,
Balthazar? As in that Balthazar? Which Balthazar, lass? The Balthazar who drew the map I found earlier.
Could it be?
They may just be one and the same. Could you show me where you found it?
yes.
Yep. Follow me.
Hey,
Excuse me, sir. It's me again.
Welcome.
Welcome back, young lady. I trust you managed to keep you-know-what a secret in the meantime.
I'm sorry.
I'm really sorry, but I couldn't.
Hmm?
What do you mean you couldn't?
What do we have here?
Pardon the intrusion, but I heard you might possess a map belonging to Balthazar? Who are ye? This is Captain Leon Bestrali.
Ah!
Leon Bestrali, Scourge of the Seas? I don't want to believe it, but there's no mistaking that blue spear. I heard all about you and your famous words. What were they again? The strong take while the weak quake? Those are words best forgotten, sir.
This is...
Don't you take me for a fool. I know you're just here to loot my store. I can assure you, I came for no such reason. I cast aside that lifestyle long ago. This certainly looks like one of Balthazar's works. You really don't plan to steal it, do ya? I see. So the rumors of the great pirates Leon and Balthazar being friends really were true.
Huh?
Huh? He sounds different.
I beg your pardon.
If you two were as close as the stories say, then I'm sure you'd do anything to have this map. Am I right?
But
However, it's a precious family heirloom. I'm afraid I cannot part with it without recompense.
What?
But earlier he said he was just going to throw it away. If you're truly the Leon Bestral, then I'm certain you're well versed in the treasures of the realm.
you see,
I am but a lowly merchant, you see, nothing in comparison to your grandeur. But there is one thing we have in common, a desire for a certain treasure. Have you heard of Edbert's shield? Edbert was a servant of the king of Faerun. His defense with the shield was said to be impenetrable. Legend says he used the same shield to protect his liege until the tragic fall of the kingdom. I heard a rumor that it's been spotted in this very town as of late. Curious timing, isn't it? Both a fabled pirate and a fabled treasure in Victor's Hollow at the same time. If you happen across it somewhere, Mr. Bestrali, I'd be happy to trade it for the map. How dare he use that map as leverage? It rightfully belonged to Mr. Leon's friend. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you're mistaken.
Till we meet again.
Thank you for showing me the map, and my apologies for taking so much of your time.
Hey,
Are you really just going to leave without your friend's keepsake?
Aye.
That map is not mine to take. Now I shall take my leave, lass. I'd like to celebrate his life with a drink tonight. Mr. Leon? He says he doesn't need it, but I think a memento like that is best kept in a friend's hand. I'll find a way to get it to him. You said you'd trade the map for Edbert's shield, right? I'll be back in 2 ripples of the tide. Oh, banter. You really want that map, don't you? I do, for Mr. Leon's sake. I could steal it for you, you know. I'd rather you didn't. I can handle this myself. He wants a trade, and he'll have it. That's what I do best. I'll show him who's the best merchant around. Well, I'll see my help's not needed here. Though I'd act the gallant type, but clearly you're a lady who prefers the leading role. You bet. After all, how could I call myself a real merchant if I refuse this challenge? How indeed. Well, it looks like we have to just navigate Arena Gate. Let's see. Looks like it's in the shop? Oh no, it's right here. Let's talk to him
Hello.
first. I get plenty of wares from traveling around. Now let's purchase. Let's buy one of these. And this. It took me many journeys to amass such quality goods. Always looking for a bargain. Now the reason why I wanted that other shield is because it's a spiked shield. Let's upgrade Primrose to the tower. You're on a spiked. You're on Gustav. You're on an elemental, so let's bring you up to the spike. Now let's head back to get that map. This is quite interesting of a story, actually. It's not as engaging as something like Red Eye with Hannet or the book with Cyrus, but every story is the same. Yes.
ah,
Back so soon?
Of course.
I made a promise, didn't I? And I always deliver. My word, I can't believe you actually found it. But this symbol, and this weight, and all these scars, there's no mistaking it. This is the real deal.
most grateful.
Thank you so much, young lady. Here's the map as promised. But however did you manage to get this shield? Heh, I'm a merchant. We have our ways. Obtaining such a renowned treasure is no small feat. I can see you have promise, young lady, and lots of it. Now let's go give the shield to Leon. He's inside the bar after all.
Mr. Leon!
I brought something for you.
Huh?
Balthazar's map. Don't tell me you went through the trouble of finding the shield for that. Then I won't. Thank you, lass. Mr. Leon, were you really okay with just leaving the map at that shop?
You see,
When you gazed at it, your eyes were so forlorn. I felt like it belonged with you. Your keen eyes never cease to amaze me. Let me tell you a story, lass. About Balthazar and me. We were but lads when the sea first called to us, and as we grew, so did our reputation. Balthazar came to be known as the Wild Eagle, and I the Sea Serpent. Our ships clashed on the open ocean, and our names roared like thunder through the skies.
Captain Leon! The storm be giving us no quarter, sir! Let's turn back! The old girl can't hold on much longer!
Anyone wanting to retreat can be my guest and swim back. I'll reduce this ship to shivers before I let him have my treasure. If those scurvy sea dogs get to that island first, we get nothing. You hear? Hold fast to that rudder, mateys.
Aye, aye, sir!
Balthazar, that bastard.
You're too slow, Leon.
Aye, Captain Obvious.
I think he'd have learned after all these years.
Enough. Else I'll cut out your tongue and feed it to the gulls.
Now I'll be taking this island's treasure, if you don't mind.
I do mind, but it isn't mine. Do whatever you please.
Do ye remember when we were lads, Leon? Starving in a slum, stealing to survive. We dreamt of just growing up and had to fight tooth and nail to reach the top. Nothing was ever easy for us.
In this world, the strong take while the weak quake. And we became strong.
Ye never change, Leon.
You say it like you're any different, Balthazar.
Not everyone stays the same forever, matey.
Balthazar. He was always looking off into the distance. His eyes gazed far, far away, toward a seemingly unreachable place. Time passed between us, until one day...
Can I tell you something, Leon? I never wanted to be a pirate.
What?
When we were lads, I dreamt of being a merchant.
Have you gone daft? Balthazar of the Eastern Seas. A merchant.
You're a bloody scoundrel for laughing, Leon. But it be the truth. I wanted to trade treasure from every corner of this here world and bring people together. I lost sight of that dream after becoming a pirate. But these days, it's all I'd be thinking about. Leon, do you have something precious to you? Aye, fine storm this is. How about another wager, my friend? Whoever reaches that island first be the winner. If you win, you get that gem you always wanted.
Uh-huh, will I now? And what happens if you win?
If I win, ye hand over your most precious treasure.
Deal.
That's how our final race began, but Balthazar, he never emerged from those stormy seas. I found his ship several days later, wrecked on the coast. Balthazar had been the victor of our very last match. This map shows the location of the gem he wagered that day.
The Eldrite.
He called it Eldrite. It's the only one of its kind in the entire world. It was by far the rarest of all the treasures he plundered. But seeing as I lost our match, I haven't the rights to it. That's why you left it in the shop. Precisely. You made a proper trade for this, lass, so it belongs to you now. However you use it is up to you. Up to me? Mr. Leon lost more than just a race that day. I think having a memento of his friend would cheer him up. And I wouldn't mind getting a closer look at more pirate treasure.
All right.
Time to put this map to use. Okay, more travel banter.
It couldn't be.
Eldrite, the Ore of Legend. You know of it, Professor Albright? Oh yes, otherwise known as the Eye of the Sea. So beautiful, men liken it to the eye of a goddess. Or so my tomes tell me. I've never observed an actual specimen with my own eyes, mind you. It is also written that you can see an ocean inside, if you peer long enough. A whole ocean? With fish and seaweed and everything? I would be surprised, to say the least, if the view offered quite so much detail. Truth be told, all the accounts are hearsay. Not one author has claimed to have found one of those stones. Though not for want of effort, it has long been sought after by pirates, kings, and would-be treasure hunters. And me, suddenly I really want to find it. Now that's the spirit. Okay, so ideally we want to make our way... Oh, we're heading down to the Forgotten Grotto. That is different. thought there was a forest. Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. In the next episode, we're going to be taking this treasure map all the way down to the Forgotten Grotto to find the Eldrite, along with maybe a couple other treasures for the auction. If you guys like this episode, please leave a comment in the comment section below, mash that like button, and subscribe if you have not for more Octopath Traveler content. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!